Did you know that, according to statistics from the National Institute on Aging in the United States, up to 72% of men over the age of 60 wake up at least once or twice each night to urinate, and more than 40% of them do not realize that the very fruit they eat after dinner is the reason their sleep is being disrupted. Nighttime urination may seem like a small issue, but if it happens every night, over time, it can affect hormone levels, energy, memory, mental clarity, and even prostate health. Many people think they are just getting weaker with age, but in reality, simply adjusting the timing and type of fruit eaten in the evening can help you sleep soundly for 6 hours without being awakened. In today's video, we will explore 5 fruits that should be eaten after the age of 60 to naturally support urinary function, bladder health, and male vitality. At the same time, we will also reveal 5 types of fruit you should avoid, especially after dinner. If you are over 60 years old, please watch this video until the end. Sometimes one small change today can help you sleep through the night tomorrow. Which country are you watching this video from? Leave a comment below. If you find the content helpful, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and share it with your loved ones. Have you ever wondered why you used to sleep straight through the night, but now you feel the urge to urinate after just a short nap? This is not just happening to you. In fact, many men over the age of 60 begin to experience nighttime urination. Frequent urges to urinate, or the sensation of needing to go but producing very little. This is not necessarily due to weak kidneys, but rather because the bladder becomes more sensitive with age. After the age of 60, the kidney's ability to filter and retain water starts to slow down, especially at night. However, the bladder becomes more easily irritated because the lining becomes thinner and the surrounding nerves become more reactive. This means that even a small amount of urine, about half a glass of water, can trigger the bladder to send an urgent signal to the brain saying, "Wake up, it's time to go." In addition, in older men, male hormones like testosterone tend to decline over time. This hormonal decrease not only affects vitality, but also weakens control over smooth muscle, including the muscles that manage the bladder and urethra. As these muscles become weaker, you are more likely to feel urgency, experience leakage, or need to urinate more often, even when your bladder is not truly full. Another factor that quietly contributes is the prostate. When it becomes mildly enlarged, which is very common in men after 60, it can press against the urethra. This makes the bladder work harder and more likely to send false signals. All of these small changes combine to create a domino effect, disrupting your sleep, reducing your energy, and causing ongoing fatigue. But don't worry, there are natural and gentle ways to help calm the bladder, reduce irritación, and allow for deeper sleep. And the interesting part is it can all begin with the type of fruit you choose to eat after dinner. Fruit has long been considered an essential part of a healthy diet, especially for older adults. But few people realize that fruit not only affects digestion, it also has a direct impact on the bladder, prostate, and male vitality in a very subtle way. Certain fruits, like oranges, pineapples, and tomatoes, have a naturally sour taste because they contain high levels of citric acid or strong digestive enzymes. For younger individuals, the body can tolerate these easily. However, for people over 60, urine can become more acidic, causing slight irritation to the bladder lining and increasing the urge to urinate, especially at night. On the other hand, fruits like bananas, pears, papayas, or ripe guavas tend to be more alkaline. They are rich in antioxidants and minerals such as potassium, magnesium, and natural vitamin C, which help relax smooth muscles, reduce mild inflammation in the urinary tract, and improve hormone function in old age. All of these benefits contribute to maintaining natural vitality. In addition, Fruit also affects the large intestine. When the colon is bloated, constipated, or compressed, it can place pressure on the bladder and prostate, making you feel like you need to urinate more often even if your bladder is not full. Fruits that support gentle digestion and natural bowel movements can help relieve this pressure, indirectly supporting both urinary function and male vitality. In summary, a fruit is a double-edged sword. If you choose the right type and eat it at the right time, you can sleep well, stay healthy, and feel full of energy. But if used the wrong way, fruit can unknowingly become the reason your sleep is interrupted every night. There is one simple but often overlooked truth just by choosing the right kind of fruit after dinner. People over 60 can sleep more deeply, wake up less often at night due to urinary urges, and naturally improve hormonal health. Below are 5 fruits you can trust to include in your evening meals if used correctly. The first fruit you should eat is banana. In traditional belief, people often say that eating bananas soothes the stomach and helps with sleep. And this is completely supported by science. Bananas are rich in potassium, a mineral that helps relax smooth muscles throughout the body, including the smooth muscles of the bladder and prostate. When these muscles are relaxed, the urge to urinate also eases, reducing the chances of waking up in the middle of the night. Bananas also contain a small amount of magnesium and vitamin B6, which help calm the nervous system and regulate your natural sleep-wake cycle, making it easier to fall asleep and stay asleep longer. Most importantly, bananas do not increase acidity in the urine, so they do not irritate the bladder the way many sour fruits do. The best way to enjoy bananas is to eat half to 1 ripe banana between 6 and 7 in the evening. Avoid eating them cold or combining them with milk. This way, your body can digest them well while receiving natural support from within. The second fruit you should eat is papaya. Papaya not only supports regular bowel movements, it also offers many benefits for male vitality in old age. Ripe papaya contains an enzyme called papain, which helps break down protein and allows the stomach to digest food more gently. This reduces gas and bloating. Why is this important? Because the intestines and prostate are located close to each other. When the digestive system is overloaded, it can create pressure that pushes back against the bladder and urethra. This increases the feeling of needing to urinate and may even trigger unnecessary contractions during the night. In addition, papaya has a mildly alkaline nature, which helps prevent the urine from becoming too acidic. This is especially important for people with sensitive urinary linings. A slice of ripe, soft papaya eaten about 1 hour after dinner can help you sleep through the night without needing to wake up. The third fruit you should eat is pear. Pears are sweet, cooling, low in acid, and high in water content, making them ideal for older adults. But their greater value lies in a natural compound called sorbitol. Sorbitol is a type of plant-based sugar alcohol that gently draws water into the intestines, supporting bowel movements without causing cramps. For older men, chronic constipation can place pressure on the prostate and bladder, leading to urgency, leakage, or restless sleep. When the bowels function smoothly and regularly, the bladder also gets to rest, helping you sleep through the night. Choose a ripeper. Eat it in the afternoon, around 4 p.m. M. Chew thoroughly. Eat the skin after washing it. And avoid eating it cold. Pears not only support the urinary system, but also help maintain vitality in old age by improving sleep quality. The fourth fruit you should eat is watermelon. Watermelon is known for having a high water content. So many people worry that eating it might increase nighttime urination. However, this is only true if you eat watermelon in the evening or close to bedtime. On the other hand, eating a small portion of watermelon at midday can offer many benefits. Watermelon contains lycopene, an antioxidant that supports a healthy prostate and helps reduce mild bladder inflammation in older adults. Lycopene has also been studied by experts at Harvard University for its positive effects on male hormones, helping the body restore vitality naturally. Eat about 150 grams of watermelon before 2 p.m. without chilling it and without mixing it with other fruits. This is the ideal way for people over 60 to enjoy it. The fifth fruit you should eat is guava. Guava is a familiar fruit often found in home gardens. When guava is just ripe, not too hard and not too soft, it contains a high amount of vitamin C, but does not acidify the urine like oranges or lemons. In addition, guava contains plant compounds that help reduce mild inflammation in the urinary lining, support a less sensitive bladder, and therefore decrease the urge to urinate at night. Many older adults also report feeling more energized and comfortable after eating a piece of guava a few hours before dinner. However, it is important not to eat guava that is too hard, filled with seeds, or combined with salt or chili. It is best to peel the skin if it is too thick. Eat slowly, chew thoroughly, and consume it between 4 and 5 p.m. This is the optimal time for the body to absorb its benefits without putting stress on the digestive system or bladder during the night. You might think that all fruits are good and that the more you eat, the healthier you become. But the truth is, for people over the age of 60, certain fruits can disrupt sleep, especially if eaten in the evening or after dinner. The following types of fruit, if not consumed at the right time, can irritate the bladder, increase the urge to urinate, or even cause discomfort in the lower abdomen. The first fruit you should avoid is orange and sweet lemon. Many people believe that a glass of orange juice or sweet lemon water after dinner helps cool the stomach and improve digestion. But for older adults, this can cause the bladder to go on high alert earlier than necessary. The reason is that both oranges and sweet lemons contain citric acid, which makes the urine more acidic. When acidic urine passes through the already sensitive bladder lining of older individuals, it can create a burning or uncomfortable sensation, triggering the urge to urinate even when the bladder is not yet full. This often leads to waking up 2 or 3 times during the night. Disrupting sleep. It is best to enjoy oranges or sweet lemons in the morning or before 2 p.m. when the body still has enough time to process and eliminate them before bedtime. The second fruit you should avoid is pineapple. Pineapple is a delicious fruit that supports digestion thanks to an enzyme called bromelain. However, this enzyme can also act as a double-edged sword. When eaten in the evening, bromelain may stimulate intestinal movement more than usual, causing excessive activity in the abdomen. As a result, bloating or strong intestinal movement can place pressure on the prostate and bladder, making you feel the urge to urinate frequently or wake up in the middle of the night due to discomfort. Some older adults may even experience stomach rumbling, mild burning sensations, or restlessness that makes it hard to fall asleep after eating pineapple at night. Therefore, if you enjoy this fruit, it is best to eat it in the morning or at lunchtime in moderate amounts and avoid consuming it after 5 p.m. The third fruit you should avoid is grapes. Grapes may be sweet and easy to eat, but they carry hidden digestive risks, especially for older adults. Grapes contain a high amount of natural sugar, which can ferment easily when digestion slows down, a common issue for people over 60. When mild fermentation occurs, grapes produce gas in the stomach, leading to bloating that puts pressure on the bladder and creates the urge to urinate even when the bladder is not full. In addition, grape skins are hard to digest and can slow down the digestive process, causing a heavy feeling in the stomach and making it harder to fall asleep. If eaten cold from the refrigerator, grapes may also trigger abnormal intestinal contractions, further disrupting sleep. Therefore, if you still wish to enjoy grapes, eat them in the morning, peel the skins. Do not eat them cold, and avoid them completely after dinner. A few slices of pear or ripe papaya would be a gentler choice for your sleep and bladder. The fourth fruit you should avoid is mixed fruit juice orange, lemon, kiwi. A glass of mixed fruit juice may sound nutritious, but it carries high risks for the urinary system if consumed in the evening. Combining sour fruits like orange, lemon, and kiwi creates a mixture that is very high in acid, making the urine extremely harsh for the aging bladder. This not only increases the urge to urinate, but also sends misleading signals to the brain, causing you to wake up in the middle of the night only to release a few drops of urine. Over time, this disrupts sleep quality and negatively affects male vitality in general. If you want to boost your vitamin C or antioxidant intake, choose a simple fruit like guava and eat it whole in the afternoon instead of juicing multiple types into one drink after dinner. The fifth fruit you should avoid is raw tomato. Tomatoes are often used in salads or eaten raw with dinner. However, for people over the age of 60, eating raw tomatoes can irritate the bladder more than you might expect. Raw tomatoes contain oxalic acid, which can contribute to the formation of tiny crystals in the urine. As these crystals pass through the bladder, they may rub against the delicate bladder lining, causing irritation and triggering the urge to urinate early, even when the bladder is not full. An elderly couple in Texas once shared that they slept noticeably better after just 1 week of replacing raw tomato salads with steamed vegetables like carrots, zucchini, or green beans. You can still enjoy tomatoes in cooked dishes, but avoid eating them raw after 6 p.m. to help protect your sleep. After the age of 60, it is not enough to simply choose the right kind of fruit. An equally important factor often overlooked is the timing of when you eat. Eating at the right time helps the digestive system and bladder function more gently, leading to deeper sleep with fewer interruptions. According to Ayurvedic principles, which are now supported by many modern studies, the human digestive system begins to slow down after sunset, especially in older adults. After 6 p.m., fewer digestive enzymes are produced, and the intestines and bladder work more slowly. So if you consume foods that ferment easily or contain a lot of water during this time, the body may not be able to fully process them before bedtime. Fruits with high water content, such as watermelon, oranges, and grapes, should be eaten before 4 to 5 p.m. This gives the body enough time to filter, absorb, and eliminate excess fluid, reducing pressure on the bladder while you sleep. Gentler fruits like bananas, papayas, and pears can be eaten 1 to 2 hours after dinner, which is around 6 to 7 p.m. Do not eat fruit immediately after a meal, because when combined with starch, fruit can cause mild fermentation in the stomach, leading to bloating, gas, and discomfort that affects both the urinary system and sleep. In short, choosing the right fruit is very important, but choosing the right time is even more so. After the age of 60, the body needs gentleness, rhythm, and timely attention. Mr. David, 68 years old, living in the state of California, used to drink a glass of orange juice every evening after dinner. He believed it was a good way to get vitamin C and support digestion. However, almost every night, he had to wake up at least twice to urinate, leaving him feeling tired and drained the next morning. After receiving advice from a nutrition expert, he decided to replace the orange juice with a slice of ripe papaya at 7 p.m. The result was remarkable. Within just 3 days, he was able to sleep 6 straight hours without being disturbed by the urge to urinate. No medication, no major lifestyle changes. Just a small adjustment in his eating habits helped Mr. David reclaim the precious gift of restful sleep in his golden years. Fruit is a gift from nature, but after the age of 60, the type you choose and the time you eat it will determine whether it becomes a friend that supports restful sleep or a troublemaker that disrupts your bladder. One small change made at the right time can lead to a peaceful night. After the age of 60, sleep becomes more precious than ever, not just for rest, but also to restore energy, balance hormones, and maintain mental clarity each day. But if you wake up every night due to the urge to urinate, even if it's just a few drops, your body is not getting the full rest. It needs, over time, This can affect the natural vitality of older men. The good news is you do not need to rely on medication or put pressure on yourself. You simply need to make one easy adjustment, choose the right fruit, and eat it at the right time. You have just discovered 5 fruits to enjoy: bananas, papayas, pears, watermelons, and guavas, each offering gentle support for urinary health and male vitality. At the same time, it is wise to avoid 5 common fruits in the evening, such as oranges, pineapples, grapes, mixed juices, and raw tomatoes, because they can silently trigger your bladder when your body needs rest the most. Just by replacing orange juice after dinner with half a ripe banana at 7 p.m., you give yourself the chance for a peaceful night's sleep. Not extra cost, not major changes. If you found today's content helpful, please share it with your loved ones, as friends, or anyone facing the same issue. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, as we will continue to bring you simple, gentle, and practical content such as nutrition tips, light exercise, and herbal remedies for healthy aging. What fruit are you currently eating from today's list? What helps you sleep better at night? Share your thoughts below so we can learn from each other.